Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Shy Roslyn. I'm back, and I wanted to do a quick update. Well, might not be so quick, but I wanted to do an update. Last time, and this is for the Health and Wellness channel playlist, by the way. And this is not medical advice. Just to let y'all know, it is not medical advice. Please speak with your own physician or practitioner before considering any type of treatment or medication. There you go. This is my journey, and this is what's happening with me. If what I share helps you develop questions for your own practitioner, then good for you. That is the point of yeah, that's a vacuum cleaner. That is the point of my playlist. So I've been doing really good. I still feel good. I still look good. At least I think I look good. um, but anyhow, you know what? Let me put this on pause for a second until Mom's aide's done with the vacuum cleaner, because I have a sneaking suspicion y'all can really hear it. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where she's vacuuming, but it's a little quieter. Anyhow, like I said, this is not medical advice. Please, please, please consult your own physician or practitioner regarding any type of treatment um, that is tailored for you. So, anyhow, I've been feeling pretty good. I've been doing pretty good. I've been taking my cancer DNA test. They all been coming back negative, negative, negative. I went in, had a CAT scan a couple of weeks ago. The CAT scan was 90% really good, except for two spots. There's a little spot hanging out on my lung that had been there before, and it's not getting any bigger. It's actually very, very tiny. Oncologist was happy about that. However, there's now a second spot on one of my lymph nodes near my hip. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So there was one little spot that was hanging out of my lung. It's been there forever. They're not concerned. They're not terribly concerned about it because it has not grown. It has been the same size since they started taking CT scans. However, there was a little spot on my lymph node that's near my hip. I think it's called the iliac node. That was not there before. And again, very, very tiny. They almost didn't see it. That's how small it was. So, okay, fine. Oncologist said, you know what, let's run a PET scan. Let's see if this was just a blip or, or if something's really there. So I had the CAT scan, the PET scan last week. Now, PET scan is a CAT scan, but they give you a radioactive, um, it's like a tracer contrast. Instead of like a normal contrast, it's like a dye that they put in a radioactive contrast, so it shows up more, and it also confirms whether it's a blip or there's something hanging out there. I guess if the spot has a reaction and it as they call it lights up, then there's something to be concerned about. So that little tiny spot on my iliac lymph node lit up. Guess who has to go back for chemo? I was thinking of planning on going back anyway because I was on I'm on maintenance chemo, so I was going back anyhow. I was just trying to get mom's stuff situated, which is the other part of the story. But I thought I had a little bit more time. No, I go back on Monday, the 9th. I go back, which is fine. It's gonna be my normal routine. Um, I go in, the treatment takes about an hour, I go home. So nothing crazy about that. Um, They wanted me to they thought I could qualify for a trial on a new medicine that the doctor was really like, I think this medicine can really help you. Unfortunately, it is within the same family as the Paxil, which when I originally did chemo, the big chemo I call it, it was the medicine that I was allergic to. If y'all can look back on my playlist, um my first two chemo treatments were disastrous because I kept having reactions to the Paxil. And the funny thing is, the Paxil probably knocked out a lot of the cancer to begin with. I just couldn't tolerate it. So by the time they switched me over to, they call it Pembro, the street name is Keytruda. By the time they switched me over to that, those two little doses of the Paxil knocked out a lot of the cancer. Anyway, so the medicine that she thought I could qualify for, unfortunately, is in the same family as the Paxil, which I'm allergic to, so I can't do that trial. There was another trial, another medicine that she was thinking of, but if I go that route, then I can't qualify for any other trials if need be. And it takes more time to do that treatment, so I would need to be there almost all day. And I said that is my main issue, is scheduling. Um as of right now, and y'all can check out my caregiving videos, but as of right now, I have help from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 7 days a week, which is not bad, but when you need a minimum of an hour to get to chemo, and then it takes a minimum of an hour and a half to get home, because remember, I have to go to Manhattan, that kind of adds on to the amount of time that I need somebody. And God forbid I get stuck in traffic, I run late, then I'm screwed. So, that's my main issue. Plus, my brother now has to do immunotherapy at some point, not yet, for his he has a thyroid problem. He has thyroid eye disease. I don't know if y'all have seen the commercial, the lady with the sunglasses because her eyes are coming out and blah blah blah. She takes this medicine and now she doesn't have to wear sunglasses anymore. Yeah, that's my brother. I think it's called Tepezza. He's not set up yet. They're still getting stuff approved through his insurance. They have to find an infusion center for him that will take the insurance that he has, and then I have to get him there. Plus, he still needs preliminary tests before he can start. So he's not ready to start yet. And it's for him it's every 8 sessions, but it's every 3 weeks and then 8 sessions, and he should be fine. So his is going to be a shorter treatment than mine. So, but I still have to be aware that at some point they're going to call me and go, okay, da 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 da. So, so the two of us have to do infusions. Poor soul. I'm just praying he's not allergic to the Tepezza, because that's going to be a big problem if he is. I'm praying he's not allergic to it. We shall find out, because it can also affect his hearing, which if he can't hear, we're going to have a big problem. So I'm honestly, I'm reluctant to have him do it. I have a meeting, an appointment with his endocrinologist, not next week, the other week. And I'm going to talk to her about it and see what she thinks, if there's an alternative to doing the infusion, because I don't want him to risk losing his hearing. So that's a concern. Anyway, back to me. So yeah, I'm taking care of 3 people at the moment. Myself, my brother, and my mother. So anyway, the hospice people are great. I can call them up, ask them a question, da 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 da. I have no complaints. I mean, best decision ever. Um, and they recommended a strong dose of melatonin to help my mother sleep at night, which is great because the nights that I have to stay up with her, if she's sleeping, which is less stress on me, which is great. So, as you can see, a lot of moving parts, and it's difficult to put them all together. Um, what else is going on? And I'm still working. I'm still doing stuff for my client. And fortunately, it's not terribly busy. Um, so I'm able to get most of what I need done, at least daily. My daily stuff is getting done. I have stuff that I do weekly. I've had to do a couple of weekends. I've had to do a couple of Saturdays because the nights that I don't have anyone here at night, I have to kind of cut things off early so I don't get as much done. But it is what it is. Um, yeah, lots and lots of moving parts. But the good news, kind of good news, I'm sending off and I'm typing this application as we speak. Mom, Her Majesty, we're trying to get her into a state program to get her 24-hour care. I have just about everything they've asked for. Her doctor is sending a letter of medical necessity. Her previous nursing service, for some reason, something happened at that company. They've changed a lot of things up. I think the nurse that had been checking on my mom for no, more than 3 years now. I can't reach her. I don't know what happened. They sent a blood pressure machine and told me to check her blood pressure every day. I'm like, excuse you? And they said, if her blood pressure readings are abnormal, then they send the nurse. I'm like, oh, really? Really? Oh, we doing that now? Making the family do more of the nursing than the nurse? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, not thrilled. Um, so that's going on. So the letter that they wrote, I can't get my hands on it. So her doctor was kind enough to update her stuff and send a letter over. So I am 98% complete with this application. I'm typing up stuff now. It's like, when you apply to college and you have to write an essay about why you want to go to that college and what your family life was like and what you've overcome in order to go to college. It's similar to that. I'm literally like writing essays on when her condition started and why I can't take do the 24 hours by myself and why I need help. Yes, they asked that question. One of the questions is, hold on, let me find the question. Yeah, it says, in much detail as possible, explain why you are unable to provide the care requested for the applicant. Nerve. If I could have done it, I wouldn't be asking for help. But it's New York State, so I'm assuming that's just how they are. So I'm filling out stuff. I'm writing these essays about how mom used to be like before she got sick, and now that she's sick, she can't do this, she can't do that, she can't do the other. Yeah. But kids, this is why you need to stay in school. And this is why a liberal arts degree is not a waste. My degree, my bachelor's degree, is in liberal arts with a concentration in creative writing from New York University. I am paying or have paid a lot of money to get that degree. Let me tell you something. People who laugh at liberal arts graduates, don't laugh, because this is what liberal arts, being able to read and think and compose couple of sentences and organize, that's all liberal arts, baby. Don't laugh at your liberal arts compatriots. Don't laugh at us. This is why. So, anyway, I am currently completing this application. Where did I leave off? And fingers crossed. Once this goes through, I have an intake interview on the 17th. It's supposed to be like a 15-minute phone call. Thank God nobody's coming to the house. Um, and then once they receive all the paperwork, and after the intake, I guess they'll decide what they're going to do. They say it can take up to 90 days. I might get lucky, might be less. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's my update. I am tired. I'm not gonna lie. I am tired. It gets very frustrating because and now the clock, for me, the clock is ticking. I got to get back in. I have to get back to doing my treatments. I can't, I'm going on Monday. I can't decide. There is no more leeway. I got to do what I got to do. My oncologist, she's trying her best, bless her heart, and her PA. They're doing their best to try and work with me, but my body is telling me I got to get back in there. So I ain't got no choice. Um, I was up last night, like, yo, God, hello, God, it's me. um, what you send this back here for? You know I need some more time, but I ain't getting no more time. So yeah, and there are days when I'm just like, no, three of us sick at one time. Mm-mm. It's not pleasant. I don't wish this on nobody. Um, I have support, but sometimes even with the support, it's just like I just, come on. can, can we get some stuff settled here so I can do something and not have it in the back of my head? Am I gonna get home in time? Because we all know sometimes the aides, they can't stay. Sometimes they have another client behind, or they can't stay. They gotta go home. I'm still paying for overnight care, but not every day. The melatonin really helps because mom sleeps better. So, like I said at the beginning, those nights that I have to stay up with her, at least I know she's asleep and I'm not getting up as often to be with her, to check on her. So it helps a little bit, but it's nothing like having somebody in the room, because it's happened already. Like, I check on her, she's fine. I lay down. Next thing I know, she has gotten up and moved around, and I don't hear her fast enough. And the last thing I need is for her to wander and try and go down the stairs in the middle of the night. So, you know, it's nothing like having somebody in the room, and she moves around, somebody's right there. So, but that's my update. I'm not even gonna talk about bean chat, because as you can see, my office is still a freaking mess. I did put in my air conditioner, because it's going to start getting hot soon. I think they said 80 degrees up here in New York tomorrow. So I did put in my air conditioner, which means I have less space now. So I have to figure something out. But I'm not even going to talk about beating chat. I'm just going to do it. When y'all see me pop up live and it's beating chat, that's when y'all know. I make plans and then I can't do it. So, and I also need suggestions. A slight off note. I also need bead storage and shelving suggestions. Hold on. Let me show y'all my room. I'm going to show you guys my office because I need suggestions. Okay. So this is the art studio side of the room. Now, the table is great. It's a perfect size. I have it covered because I don't want my mom going into my beads and start taking things out because she will do that. So I have a little extra table, which was my photo table, but I've had to give that up temporarily. My window, which is great, light and stuff. I have another table down here. This table goes all the way across. It's like 53 inches, so I can't really move it. This is the only wall that can handle this table. This is the air conditioner. No, I don't have a window air conditioner because they're too expensive. But this one works. It actually does cool down the room, so I'm fine with it. But that means I lose my table space, as y'all can see. I have 2 storage bins. One has tools and wire in it. The other one has inventory, which, by the way, y'all are more than welcome to go to my store and purchase something that will help me get rid of some of the inventory. And then I have this desk is from when I was a child. I'm just using it to keep my collection on. And then I have the space behind is like a catch-all space. There's stuff for mom back there. There's stuff for me back there. So that I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to use it. It's going to stay a storage space. So I need something. I need, and this could probably be a separate beat and chat, but I need some kind of storage unit that I can put on this table. And I have my air conditioner, so I only have this much space. It's probably about 25-30 inches of length I have. I have my desk. Now, I already have storage unit, which is underneath the other beads that I bought, but I have 2 containers already. I have another container that's on the floor with bags of beads. Actually, yeah. That container with bags of stuff that I've bought. And then of course here's a TV. Y'all have seen the TV before. And then this is my medical billing space with another desk that I have had since childhood. And my wall, where I told y'all guys last time, I had a shelving unit and mom fell on top of it and it broke. And so now I have a blank wall. Now I can put another shelving unit there. These are some of the things that were on the shelving unit, which I need to put back on the shelf. And I have some other things, some posters and stuff. So that's what's going on. So if you guys want to recommend a shelving unit, that would be great. That would be very helpful. One less thing for me to worry about. And in the meantime, I'm going to finish this application. Pray for me, y'all. I appreciate it. And likes are free. Sharing is caring. Subscribers are always appreciated and welcome. And respectful comments are always appreciated and welcome as well. So, anyhow, back to the grind. Let me finish up this application. Keep your fingers crossed for me and my mom. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.